word left. Settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down. That's what it is. Settle down. Let's go. Come on.
Right on time. That's exactly when I thought we'd start. All right, good.
We did it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of the Settle Down Podcast. I am your host, Nick, and joining me today is John Demers.
The one and only.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
There are actually, statistically speaking, by the numbers, there's probably more than one John Demers in the world, but there's only one me.
Do you think it's more so because of the John or the Demers?
Both.
John
Both.
seems to be a common name.
It's a very common name. A lot of people spell it wrong. They spell it in the biblical sense, which is not right. J-O-H-N? No.
Because you're Jonathan, though.
Jonathan, yeah. But Demers, there's a bunch of frogs running around with the last name Demers.
I see. And by frogs, you mean Frenchmen.
Yes.
And French woman.
French thems.
French they.
French, yeah.
French fries. So, French toast. So yeah, man. How you been?
I've been pretty good. Things have slowed down for the summer.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Got some stuff off the plate. So I'm just ready to enjoy just basically working. And like that's the first time that I've had to just worry about work for quite some time.
I bet.
And I get like 4 weeks to do that, so I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah. That's cool.
How about you, man?
I've been working a lot. Not in a bad way. I mean, it's been good. Work's been good. I've been really, really busy. But like, I don't know, dude. I just been doing a podcast like 3 days a week.
You do a podcast?
Yeah.
No shit.
I know.
I'd like to be on that sometime.
I'll have my people.
Yeah, just
call
give me a call.
We'll schedule something for you to be on the show at some point, I'm sure. You been following the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing?
I mean, how can you not?
Right.
I have been for my own pleasure, but even if
Sure.
I didn't want to, it's fucking everywhere.
TikTok, like the snippets. There
I
is
know.
something I gotta say that's been kind of aggravating to me. As much as I like wish that Camille was fucking Johnny Depp. Like
Sorry.
I know. I want them to be like a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This defamation or Amber Heard's bullshit or whatever you believe has been going on for like
Bed shit, not bullshit.
I apologize.
Yep.
Right. Sheets shit. Bed sheets. It's been going on for literally years. So if you are someone's lawyer, like think about, so have you ever had, oh yeah, you have. So you've had to hire a lawyer before, right?
No.
Really? Really?
Yeah. You're
Okay.
talking about the divorce.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, no.
Didn't want to throw
yeah,
that
no,
out
I
there.
don't give a shit.
Okay. But you guys just were very amicable about it? And
Pretty much like we did everything in mediation, so we could avoid
nice.
lawyers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it worked out. But I've been like a witness in a court case before.
Oh, a witness or on the jury?
Witness.
Ooh, what is that like?
Fucking terrifying. So it was for an incident that happened while I was at training in the Army. And so they called me like, I'd say 6 months before I deployed to Iraq with questions and stuff. And they were like, oh, that like, thank you for answering these questions. This really helped us. And I was like, I didn't think that I answered a lot because I didn't really have much to give as far as what the situation was. Turns out I had a lot to give, according to these lawyers. So they subpoenaed me while I was in Iraq.
I've never understood the whole subpoena thing, especially if you're willing. Like, if you're going to be there anyway, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're okay to go there.
But I don't understand how this takes
Subpoena just
precedence
seems-
over me being at war. But that's beside the point.
Oh, they delayed your deployment to be a part of the
No,
trial?
so what happened was they had to move my 2 weeks of R&R up. And then I'd say about 4 days of that I spent in Aberdeen Proving Grounds in Maryland at this court case. And so like you're in uniform. It's a military court session, so you're getting drilled by people who are also in uniform. The jury is all like
in uniform?
sergeant majors and
and
like colonels and shit.
So it's not like private. I don't know what the right terminology is.
No.
But
It's like it's legit.
how is that fair? Isn't it supposed to be a jury of your peers?
That's just how it's run. That's just how that was run. I don't know.
No, but
that was
I'm
the
just
first.
saying.
That was the first and only time I had to deal with it. But yeah, so like you get coached by lawyers before you go in as the witness, and literally
military lawyers. Are they intense? Are they like more intense than regular lawyers? Do you think?
The defense lawyer was intense, but that's understandable.
Oh, were you testifying in favor of the plaintiff?
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
boy.
And I was just basically like a character witness.
Sure.
And
you're like, oh yeah, that guy's a douchebag.
And like I knew the layout. I knew the layout of like our barracks building, and they were like, "Oh, dude, we didn't even know that part." And I was like, "Okay, that you could just go there and look. It's not that fucking hard.
You don't have blueprints for these fucking
you get
places?
paid for this shit. I shouldn't be telling you this." But yeah, man, like so you get coached up and you get called in as a witness, and you're on the stand for as long as they think you're needed.
Yeah.
And my main answer was I do not recall, because I legit did not recall, because a lot of the stuff I wasn't there for.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing too, not to like, I want to hear the end of your story, but just like to make the point, like, I feel like there's a weird pressure on people to like have to have an answer.
Yeah.
But like, if you don't know, now you're lying if you have
especially
an answer.
under oath.
Yeah, so it's like, just, if you don't recall, don't guess. Just say I don't recall.
Even if I was 99% sure.
Yeah.
That 1%.
That means I don't recall.
Sorry, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
But
was it morning or night? I don't recall.
The defense lawyer.
Is your name John? I don't recall.
I don't recall. Can you ask the question again?
Right.
But the defense lawyer was fucking wild. And she was like all animated and shit, and she was like fucking reaming into these people.
Like me if I was a defense attorney?
Probably pretty similar. She might like give you a run for your money.
Oh, she was really like crazy.
She was wild.
Oh, wow.
And I was talking to...
Sounds like a fun case to watch, at least.
It was interesting. But the lawyer for the plaintiffs or whatever, I was asking, I was like, what the fuck's her deal, dude? You know? I was like, damn, like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, basically, if the defendant doesn't feel like their lawyer did enough for them,
yeah,
mistrial.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, like...
Okay, so this brings me to my point.
Even if she doesn't believe that this guy's innocent, she's got to put on a show.
Okay, all right. So this is my point about the Johnny Depp with Camille thing, right? Like, there have been... It's kind of... In a way, it's kind of messed up, not to get all... Hear me out, though. Like, so he sits next to... On one side is usually Camille, and then on the other side is Ben Chu, who's like his regular...
What a sandwich.
A Ben Chu Camille sandwich?
Yeah.
With Johnny Depp as the meat?
I know, right?
So, but Ben Chu has been just as like, I don't want to say handsy, but he's been just as like, he pats him on the back, they laugh, they chuckle, like they're whatever, and nobody's like, oh, Johnny Depp's fucking Ben Chu. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's not a thing.
Right.
But if you've been going through this with a lawyer for like
Ben Chu.
years, and he's been defending you, or she's been defending you, or,
against the same thing.
right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you finally, like that cross-examination of Amber Heard for Camille. How long do you think she'd been planning that?
Perfection.
Do you think she got sleep for like the last 3 days before that? I couldn't.
No.
She's not even like
not
nervous.
even like a
She's
nervous thing. She was excited. She wanted.
Yes.
That was her fucking moment.
So it's like,
to bury her.
I think that on the one hand, I also feel really... So you said right before we started recording, you didn't watch a lot of the Johnny Depp testimony.
Right.
So...
Honestly, because I didn't know it started.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't know where to get it from.
Okay.
Like, obviously, fucking YouTube, jackass. But I figured it out
Right.
eventually.
Right.
Now here we are.
So I did. I watched all of it.
Yeah.
And as charming as that man is, he does tend to speak very slowly.
Yes.
And it was like, at some points, it was like, John, just spit it out. Just tell me what it is.
You think that was by design, though?
Yeah, 100%.
Because he knew it was going to frustrate that side and like make him look better?
Yeah, but you also got to think about like the jury's awakeness. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
fair,
are
too,
you
like,
putting
just
them
paying
to sleep?
attention, yeah.
Right. He testified about some horrible shit. His mom used to really, really abuse him and his sister, and so I guess, and this plays into it though. So there's this another theory going around that like Amber Heard is the new embodiment of his mom. She abuses him, and that's where, he tends to gravitate toward what he knows and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. So the idea of him getting past that and being with a strong woman who's going to take care of him as he gets older, because he's in his 60s now, or 59.
58, 59, something like that. Yeah.
Right. Like, that's super cool.
Which is wild, by the way. He's been around forever, and he's only 58, 59.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyways, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's insane. But, like, there's something cool about that, to see somebody who actually gives a shit about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I think there's a want on the public perception side. There's a want for them to be, like,
well, it's
together.
Also, she's a smoke show.
She's drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's drop dead gorgeous.
And he's Johnny Depp, so, like, they want it to
Which
be
one?
they want it to be
Pick
a
one
movie.
that you wouldn't fuck. You can't. It's
can't.
Johnny Depp. You would.
I'm including Ben Chu in that comment as well. I'd fuck Ben Chu.
Yeah, that's a stretch. That's a big one, huh?
Just because I know he'd assert dominance.
God, Ben Chu though, like what a good attorney.
Oh my
what
God.
a good attorney.
And he's doing a lot of it too without even saying anything. Like his facial expressions
to the judge. He's not like playing to the jury. I mean, it's there, like the jury sees it, but
right. But like his facial expressions and his mannerisms when he knows that Amber Heard is lying on the stand.
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic.
Like as a jury, you're gonna notice that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, man. It's super cool. This goes up on Wednesday, so Kate Moss is technically testifying today.
Today?
Well, because it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
So so this will be.
Oh, I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, but it's gonna be by like Zoom call, which is annoying.
But it's not a deposition. It's
no,
which is good.
It's a thing. Yeah, but like she could have a lawyer there with her, and so they could be like, "I instruct you not to answer on the grounds, whatever."
Yeah, fuck that. That's boring.
Yeah, it is. It is. But she could be testifying. I might be like simultaneously live streaming. I don't know. I'm kind of into the whole reacting live to it thing because I tend to have. I don't know if you've noticed, but I tend to be pretty opinionated about.
You
things.
are opinionated about some stuff. I've noticed that.
So if I have time,
not everything, just like most stuff.
I probably will live stream the closing arguments on Friday, just to kind of see. Oh, okay. So let's swap sides here, real quick.
The old wrap up.
Let's speaking of. See what people say in the closing arguments and all that other stuff. We've discussed like how great Camille is, but like, how are we feeling about Crazy Cat Lady?
Oh man, before
you get started with your opinion, Amber Heard has paid her. She's admitted on the stand. She has paid upwards of $7 million in fees to her.
Did she pay that, or did she pledge it?
She donated it. She used the terms synonymously.
Synonymous, okay.
Right.
As long as we're on the same page of what
right.
That
you have to ask Camille. I don't. Miss Heard? I don't.
You're saying that
Crazy Cat Lady.
Yep. Is it Elaine?
Elaine.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's already been paid upwards of $7 million by Amber Heard.
Not just her, like her Rottenborn, the whole the team.
Well, that's good because I think after this case, it's going to be very hard for them to get jobs.
So, apparently, though, and I heard this from Nick Rekieta, the lawyer that I watch. I watch all of his live streams. Apparently, Elaine is like really highly praised where she's from.
Where's that?
I don't know. Backwardsville, USA.
Yeah, just she even looks frumpy, And you get, and appearance is big in our society, right? Whether you like it or not.
Sure.
When you have,
God, look at me today. I look like dog shit. All right, go ahead. I'm listening. Sorry.
I don't know. Jesus.
I don't know what it is. This shirt.
Do you own an iron?
Shirt's cut really weird. No, it's just I do. Fuck you. All right, go.
So you got Johnny's side. You got Camille, who's just this lioness. And then you got Ben Chu, and then who's this powerhouse of a lawyer who's got all these cases under his belt, and then the other guy,
and not Johnny Cochran style either. They don't have the big gold cufflinks or anything crazy.
Right. Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, he looks like I would have a beer with Ben Chu.
Yeah, it is really funny to see Ben Chu because he probably wears $1,000 suit, but then you sit next to someone like Johnny Depp whose tie is worth more than every piece of clothing Ben Chu owns.
It looks like he got his suit from Macy's.
And it's like, oh
Yeah.
God.
Or JCPenney. I'm a big JCPenney suit guy. Anyways.
Yeah, or like Burlington Coat Factory has some great
Yeah.
deals and some good stuff. All right, go ahead.
But just like, I don't know, like the haircut, and she looks like she's dressed like someone from the village.
Of Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. Before she even opened her mouth, it was like, I don't think I'm going to like what she has to say. She's like that science teacher in 5th grade who nobody liked.
Indeed.
My favorite, I'd say, witness, and I spoke this a little bit early before we hopped on, but Mr. Schnell.
Yeah, tell me more about Schnell.
So,
And was this in favor of Amber Heard? Was it before?
This was one of their expert witnesses.
Okay, is it the guy with the comb, like not a comb over, but it's whitish, grayish, white hair? Or is it the guy who's like...
He's pepper. It's like pepper.
Okay,
It's a little curly on top.
yeah.
I don't know if he's an expert witness, but
He's not the guy that analyzed the hashtags, right?
that's him.
The guy, when the guy said justice is whatever, and he goes, I'm all about justice. That guy?
Yeah, yep, that guy.
So good. Go. Say it.
guy.
Go. I just want to make sure I'm talking about the
First
same
of
person.
all, like, if you're gonna rank disappointments in your parents' eyes, this guy's like top of the list.
He analyzes hashtags for a living.
Did you hear his backstory?
No.
He was 14 years old, and he was offered a position as a professor in like some crazy, I don't know if it was Ivy League school or whatever, but some like very prestigious college. And he turned it down because he wanted to experience high school life, which I'm like, cool, got it.
What 14-year-old can make a rational decision? What were
That's
you
fine.
doing at 14, bub?
I was masturbating a lot.
Yeah. So, I mean, all right, go ahead.
Got me
Yeah.
beat. Like, listen,
Right.
But that's the thing. Like, he had potential. You know. Look.
Fuck am I? Right.
Never
Okay,
did.
go ahead. Yeah. Nobody's offering me
No
to
one
be a
offered me
college
anything.
professor at 14.
No one offered me anything.
Right.
I think they offered me like the slow learning classes, but that's about it.
I didn't even get those. They're like, you're so stupid. We're just putting you in regular
You're
class.
slowing down our slow learners.
Right.
But he turns it down, and then he gets to skip his bachelor program and gets his master's in like 2 years or whatever.
Jesus.
But you do all that, and now you analyze social media? That's where you're taking your fucking genius?
Yeah.
That's where you're going to utilize your genius.
Dude, people I'm sure you've met, I mean, listen, okay? There's plenty of room to discuss missed opportunities, people that we know that have given up on like certain opportunities and companies that they could have worked for that they then decided that a girlfriend might be more important or
Sounds super specific.
yeah, but you know what I've noticed, and I said this to Dan yesterday who was here, because we filmed a little something last night as well, which will go up probably next Monday, especially if I do the live stream. But he was nervous. Dan was here yesterday, and we were talking about. He was talking about something or someone. He was like, "Oh, I don't know if I should name a name." I said, "Well, one, I can bleep it, but two, if you don't mention the name, it doesn't matter how specific you get, because if they call you out for talking about them and you don't say their name, then they're just admitting you talked about them."
Yep.
So just wait for the shit talkers and be like, "Oh, you're the one who shit your pants in whatever grade." You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're the only one who called me.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So, fuck them. Anyway, so do you get what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
So like, but missed opportunities and little head thinking for the big head, or all the different ways that we can act like children, they happen when we're children for a reason,
right.
You know, and hopefully you grow out of them. And who knows where that guy would have turned out, or how he would have turned out had he taken that college professor role as
he probably
opposed
would have
to
killed himself. I
probably,
believe
dude.
That there's a very
Probably.
good chance that he probably would have killed himself.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
because he would have been doing it to please other people, and he would have been fucking miserable.
Yeah, I did.
Sorry,
think
that was hearsay. I apologize.
Dude, that cross examination was fantastic, though, and that's actually the one attorney for Johnny Depp who I'm not a big fan of. So it's very clear that they
the guy
have
who, like, stumbles over his words a lot. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the big dude there.
Yeah.
He's like hot shit at that law firm. Like I'm pretty sure he's one of the partners of that law firm.
Yeah.
At that law firm, And his job, like, it's very clear that they all have their jobs. So I guarantee you when Johnny Depp went there, he hired Ben Chu. Mm-hmm. Ben Chu said, I want Camille as my second chair. He picked his team.
Yeah.
But that big dude, Stumble Mumble, right? Not only is he a partner, but if you notice, he only cross-examines or directly examines expert witnesses only. Guy, girl, doesn't matter. If it's an expert witness, he does the examination or cross. If you're a partner, okay, I would expect the no stumble, no mumble.
Right.
And I'm sure it happens all the time, and I know it's not like Hollywood, I get it, but like it is like Hollywood because it's about Johnny Depp.
Yeah, this is Hollywood.
You need like the all-star fucking team.
Like when Ben Chu was requesting the dismissal, is it dismissal or to strike?
This morning.
Yes.
Yes, yep. That's normal.
Right.
They did it,
but I'm saying the way he spoke was like
he
did not stumble at all. Like he was straight to the point.
Yep.
And it's funny because like I was in a meeting at the time I was watching it because I work from home. Yeah.
That's good.
And like I was listening to Ben Chu, obviously. And I was cheering him on. I had to make sure I was on mute and shit and make sure my video was off because I was like, yeah, let's go fucking get him. He got me riled up. And it wasn't even 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah. So this is one of those rare cases too, because it's a defamation trial. So it's like a civil suit. Nobody's going to jail. Nobody's gonna be guilty or not guilty. It's just gonna be like liable or not liable, I guess. Yeah. And there's two cases going on at once. So after Johnny Depp finished his case in chief, right? Mm-hmm. He calls all his witnesses, and we rest our case.
Yep.
At that point, if Johnny Depp was like a DA, Rottenborn or Crazy Cat Lady Elaine, they did exactly what they were supposed to do.
Crazy Cat Lady name, wild. Sorry,
I know. They did what they were supposed to do, which was call for a motion to dismiss or strike or whatever you want to call it, right? Which was denied, which it always is. And at this point, especially if you deny Amber Heard's claim, like people are like pissed off on Twitter and stuff that Johnny Depp didn't get the thing denied.
People don't understand what it means.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But it's like, how do you think the judge looks when 25, 30 more people than watch the Oscars? I've watched this trial so far, at least some portion of it. How do you think the judge looks if she just starts dismissing charges for one side versus the other?
Yeah, can't do that.
But it is interesting though, because you get to see. So like, if it was a DA versus Elaine, right? It's like, okay, she's the defense attorney, she's a private, but both sides are private attorneys. Yeah, I don't know how much Johnny Depp has paid his attorneys to date. This group of attorneys. But if Elaine's worth $7 million, if that crew is worth $7 million, Ben Chu's got to be worth 20.
Twice as much, at least.
Come on, like he's got to be worth something.
At least.
And Camille alone, if she's not a partner after this trial,
she's priceless.
My apologies.
Can't put a price on that.
Right. No, Camille has launched a career.
Yes.
Question for you.
Yeah, I do it.
No, I knew that.
Okay.
Who would play Johnny Depp, and who's going to play Camille, and who's going to play Ben Chu? Man. Not if, because you know it's not an if, when this story becomes either miniseries on HBO or like a...
I don't know why Colin Firth just came to mind.
Interesting, okay.
Camille, oh my God.
I was thinking in my head like America Ferrera, but I don't think she's going to...
Yeah, and I almost went with... and now her name's out of my head. Eva Longoria.
She's 1,000 though.
That's what that exactly. I know. 2006. Eva Longoria would be good.
Yep. Who plays Johnny Depp?
Ooh, man.
I have a suggestion already.
Who?
Have you seen the trailer for the new Elvis movie that comes out in like a week?
No. Who plays Elvis?
Austin Butler. And let me tell you, this kid is Elvis. It's insane.
Yeah?
Oh, it's insane. It's so good. Dude. John, it's perfect. He could also play, I think, because it might take like a few years or whatever to start the process on that. It's gonna happen, right? Like they're gonna do
it has to. It's gonna happen like next year.
This case has been so dramatic already. You could not write Elaine's character. Be a shitty lawyer worth $7 million. like you, I feel like if I had written it as a script and I gave it to you, I feel like you would have said to me like, she just doesn't seem competent enough. Like it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't seem like a $7 million lawyer.
Right. It just doesn't make like sense. But it's real. What if any? I saw a great joke on. She keeps saying the "what if any" thing when it's like, "Oh, objection, Your Honor, hearsay," and she goes, "Oh, what if any?" You know, and it's like, well, what if any is not the fucking cure?
Well, what is
You're
that
still
even,
asking the same
what
question.
does that even mean?
Right.
I think one of my favorite things is when they're trying to paint Johnny as this narcissist, and I think part of the thing was, you know, a narcissistic trait would be to sue your ex-wife for defamation for $50 million. They said that would be a narcissistic thing to do.
Yeah.
So I got to thinking, I was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
But wouldn't it be... I'll give you that.
Sure.
Maybe. That's a stretch.
I'll see your narcissism and I'll raise you.
That's a stretch.
Yep.
But let me just put a scenario out there, hypothetical. If you were to be sued by your ex-husband
Sure.
for defamation for $50 million,
Yes.
would it be a narcissistic thing to do to countersue him for $100 million for defamation?
You mean only? I would say yes, only if it was
knowing what we know now, because
only
Amber
if it was
Heard,
unprovable. Oh wait, it is unprovable.
exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
You have zero evidence
Right.
against defamation, and you're going to countersue him because he's a man and you're a woman. In your own words, who's going to believe him?
Who's gonna believe you, Johnny?
Oh God,
Who's gonna now get over here and come over for your beating?
That's a horror movie type thing. What was that? I think it was like a movie made for TV, but Mother Dearest. I think it's a true story about an actress who had 2 kids and she treated them like shit throughout their whole lives, and that's basically like what the movie was about, was the way these kids were treated and how they grew up. And Amber Heard reminds me of Mother Dearest.
Yeah. Or like Carrie. Remember Carrie?
Her mother.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Yeah, they're all gonna laugh at you.
Yeah.
Right. Just hysterical. Like
Yeah.
histrionic. Like just
Yeah.
really.
Doesn't she have a kid?
Now she does. I feel really bad for that. So okay, so this is the thing, right? All jokes and all bullshit aside, like the reality is, I feel really bad for Amber because she's mental.
She is insane.
I genuinely believe that she believes everything she says,
Probably.
and I'm like sad for her. You know?
I also believe that her sister doesn't believe anything that she said on the stand.
She looks like dog shit, dude. Have you
Yes,
seen that?
her sister looks terrified.
She looks terrified and
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like she looks like I haven't slept in 3 years. Can we be over with this?
Yeah.
You know, and like I'm not saying that you should lie for anybody. You should never lie on the stand.
Unless the money's right.
And I'm not even saying that she lied. Like I am nobody. I have no knowledge of anything. But usually you don't look so fucking guilty if you don't lie.
There's some tells.
No
There's
sleep.
No sleep is huge.
She could shower. That might help.
That would.
Throwing it out
Can
there.
the judge order her to shower?
I think so.
But there's this former detective on TikTok, and I apologize, I can't remember his name, but he'll like go over videos of their testimonies and them on stand, and he was comparing Amber and her sister when they were telling their stories, and they both said something to the fact that Johnny laid one on her. Like he pulled back his hand and laid one on her.
Yeah, cold cocktail, they said. Yeah,
Yes.
that was, yeah.
And he goes, when you're telling a story, you tell it from your point of view. And
Please, yes, go for it. This is so good, John. This is so good. I love this shit.
The
Go.
words that you use would be your own words, and it seems like they're both telling a tale and not their actual, like, what actually happened.
So yeah, the tenses change, right? Like the past tense, present tense, future tense changes during Amber Heard and her sister's story. And then, okay. Did you have siblings?
I do.
Brother, sister?
All of them.
Okay. Who were you closest with growing up?
Probably
Like an age or whatever?
Well, my sister, then age group. Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys ever like fight, argue?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In the most general sense, though, give me one of the scenarios you can remember where whatever happened, fighting-wise. That wasn't just verbal yelling. Like little, 5-year-olds. Like, tell me a story of what happened.
Like an argument that me and my sister had?
That got physical, though. That got physical.
Well, I never got physical with my sisters.
No, but she might have gotten physical with you.
Um,
And if not, then tell me something with your brother. And there's a reason I'm doing this. Cause
I got pushed down the stairs as a child. I can't remember if it was an argument or if they were just...
like an accident.
I was the youngest at the time, before like my parents split.
Tell me the story of you getting pushed down the stairs.
Okay, so I don't remember a lot. I don't know if I was concussed or not, but there's a good chance that I was. But I was in my sister's room, probably just being a pest.
Sure.
Because that's what younger brothers do.
Sure.
Little bit of a tussle, and then the next thing I remember, I'm at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, tell me about the tussle. I'm trying to get to the physical thing, and I'm going to show you why, because you're going to do it, and then you're going to be like, oh, shit.
Am I incriminating myself right now?
No.
What's the
No, I'm
statute of
trying to show
limitations?
you like how this works and why it doesn't work when Amber does it.
No, I mean it was just like a rolling around tussle. It wasn't like anything
Give me a
crazy.
specific
I can't
thing
give you.
that happened.
I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Can you give me like an example? Like, did you ever like get hurt? Did you ever like I don't know? Did
There
you ever
was a
get into
time
fight
where
in high school, anything? Give me something where there was like a physical altercation that wasn't like in Iraq. I mean, like give me something that was like
I mean,
like
there
it could have been high school, anything.
yeah. So it wasn't my fight in high school, but I remember a fight in high school.
It has to be yours.
Why does it have to be mine? Okay, so there was a fight in high
Because-
school between me and another guy.
Okay.
Called my sister a bitch.
Ooh, okay.
And I was like, well, I mean, okay, she is a little bit, but you can't say that.
Right.
You know,
So this
that's-
ain't gonna work out well for you.
I know, and it's just like I don't know, a weird thing.
Right. Okay.
But
Literally, like frame by frame, almost give me the fight itself. Like,
Yeah,
who
so
did
I
what when? That's what I want to know.
drove over his house, and like I honestly didn't want to fight him.
No, but
so
you
like
could
I
talk
had,
to him.
Yeah, so I had my hands in my pocket, and like there was no talking. He was just like ready to fight, so he pushed me. I go to pull my hands out of my pocket. He beat the shit out of me basically. He gets me a headlock and starts like pounding the back of my head, and that was really it.
Okay.
And then we got
Right
broken
there,
up.
you can stop there. Did you see what you did?
Oh, my mannerisms yeah,
Where did you put the fist when you were getting pounded
On the
in
back.
the back of your head?
the back of my head.
Amber Heard said that Johnny pulled her hair like this.
Yep, that's another thing that this guy brings up too.
It's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking, and I'm sorry for like the long runaround to get there, but like it's real when you're getting pounded in the back of your head, and then you tell the story about it. Now, if you were pounding someone in the back of their head,
Yeah.
now you're doing it here. She goes, yeah. So Johnny pulls my hair, and it's like, wouldn't you go like that if you
Yeah.
pulled your hair?
Because Johnny Depp was doing the exact opposite of what she was doing on the stand.
And with that ponytail that Johnny Depp has currently,
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm not a huge ponytail fan.
Johnny Depp can do
of dudes.
whatever he wants.
He pulls it off.
He could pull it off, pull it on, whatever.
Whatever.
He can do whatever he wants to do. Whatever he wants to do. But do you get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. And so, like, obviously, the average juror is not going to know.
They're not going to know that, yeah.
That kind of stuff. They don't have access to the detective guy on TikTok right now, and, they can't.
God, he breaks it down so well. The things that he picks up on, I really wish I remember his name.
But it's my favorite part. This is why I
Yeah.
watch these trials and stuff. People are like, oh, isn't that boring? I'm like, not even close.
No.
It's so cool to watch people, like, get analyzed and
The depositions were boring,
as fuck. So boring.
but when they're on the stand, it's great. It's really good.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll go back to law school or something.
Like I thought about it, like how long is it? Like is it just
4
a regular
years.
4 year?
4 years,
Oh.
but then you got to pass the bar.
You got to read a lot too.
It's like
huh?
a $250,000. It's a cool 250. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you
For
want
law school?
You want it to be a respectable school too, you know.
Well, if you want to do like big law, I would open a private practice. I would do defense all day long. Imagine me as a defense attorney.
No.
Me in a suit. Your Honor.
For some reason,
Objection!
I pictured the suit for my cousin Vinny.
So I wore this for you.
For you.
Ridiculous thing. I'm done with this guy. That would be. I'm done with this guy. Wait. That'd be great. With you mean the one with the tails?
Yeah.
Like the purple suit?
Yeah.
You douche. I would probably wear that though.
But
the whole place got the flu. You hit that? So funny.
who was the expert witness? I think it was yesterday, Mr. Tongue in his mouth.
Okay, so he was a guy. He was
Doc Brown.
Yeah, he was like a forensic psychologist, someone like that, or just another psychologist who got his baseline from watching Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes. It's never good when you are an expert witness and you have to backtrack and say, "Sorry, I misspoke." Like, could you discredit yourself any quicker than that?
Reprimanded by the judge a million times,
Yeah.
arguing with the attorneys.
How many times did she say, "Hey, sir, you have to answer the question"?
And then he looked up at the judge at one point and goes, "Do I have to answer that?"
After
Yeah.
What
the
that?
fuck?
What was that? He was trying to get his cyanide tooth out so he could fucking chew on it and kill himself.
He just broke them all. He was crunching them. He was like, "Fuck, did I leave it at home?" But yeah, dude, that's crazy. I know, it's crazy.
Like,
all right, yeah, it's crazy.
How do you? He's an expert witness. You have your choice of all the experts in that field.
Yeah, but look who's picking them.
That's fair.
Not to like totally shut you down, but like you got to start there. It's not you or me picking these witnesses. It's fucking Cat Lady.
So maybe that $250,000 investment isn't a bad deal because I can be a terrible lawyer and still make $7 million over a couple of years.
There are tons of terrible fucking lawyers out there. Horrible lawyers. But like, you just never hear about them because they're horrible. So they never get hired.
Yeah. Well, why isn't that the highest profile case we've had in decades?
I wonder though. I really do wonder if Amber Heard, like, I just don't get it. Like, how do these people, like Johnny Depp? Okay, at one point, I don't know if you saw it or not. Johnny Depp's, it's either his accountant and business manager, or he's literally 4 million years old. Okay, He died 40 years ago and nobody told him yet, and he's still doing tax work for Johnny Depp.
Okay.
And I literally mean he might be a World War II vet, meaning he has to be in his 90s. But the guy is brilliant.
Yeah.
And listening to his testimony was awesome too, but like the way he was talking, it's like, oh, you deal with like Bill Gates money.
Yeah.
Like, oh, apologies, just go on, sir.
Yeah, please,
right?
Please.
And they were just super, super rude. But like, I guess my point is, he advises Johnny Depp on how to use his money and does his taxes and stuff like that. Like these people, when you have that kind of money, Amber Heard money, Johnny Depp money, whatever, like you have people. So like, did none of your people say like, hey, Elaine's a shit lawyer?
Yeah. Probably should figure something else out.
Right, might want to interview another one.
Yep.
So there's that. And if that's the case, it makes me ask, did you interview other lawyers? And they were like, no, we just don't believe you.
That's
a scary fucking thing.
What I'm thinking. Like,
right.
All the other lawyers like, this is probably not going to go well for me.
Right.
It's going to be a tarnish on my reputation.
Right.
I'm not touching this
with a 10-foot fucking pole. Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah.
And Elaine's like, there's going to be cameras there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is my opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
What if anything?
Wait, you mean Johnny Depp's going to be in the same room as me?
Maybe. Maybe. There was one point where she like did a Johnny Depp voice?
No.
Oh my God. So
Elaine did?
Elaine was asking Amber a question on redirect.
Okay.
And
like mockingly?
Like she like did the Johnny Depp like you know what I mean? And it was like very inappropriate. Like it was wildly inappropriate.
Yeah, you don't do that.
So at what point after Mr. Depp said whatever she said, and I was like,
yeah,
why would you do that? That's so fucking rude.
That's something you do when like you're shitting on like one of your friends, you know?
Right, but like you have a jury there that you want like on your side.
That's what I'm saying.
But it shows that, because obviously the two sides are against each other, right? But like it definitely shows that like you don't really have anything. You're just being mean. Like you just want to be a mean person.
That's the thing because I don't know if it was just a bias because like I said before she even opened her mouth, I could tell I wasn't gonna like her.
Amber or Elaine?
Elaine.
Okay.
But there's there's a difference, and I think we're seeing it too on both sides, that like being firm and, you know, sticking to what you have written down and, you know, like drilling questions as opposed to just like badgering witnesses, you know, and just being rude just to be rude. Like you're not showing the jury that you're a better lawyer by being an asshole to the witness.
And that's the problem with most of those depositions is there's just such a waste of time. You'll hear Elaine be like, you know, like they interviewed another one of Johnny Depp's lawyers, right? Recently. And the lawyer made statements. It was what Ben Shue was talking about today, in the dismissal argument.
Yeah.
About how it's like, well, he acted alone or whatever his argument was, which was bullshit anyway. If you hire a lawyer, they're speaking on your behalf. Sorry, Ben,
right.
But like you're wrong. But it was his job. He was doing his job.
Yeah.
But like, you know, he can't. So attorneys wrote the rules. John Adams was an attorney. Not to get into a big history thing, but John Adams was an attorney.
Goes all the way back to 1776.
Yeah, they wrote American law, okay?
Yep.
Attorney-client privilege is stronger than doctor-patient confidentiality.
Yep.
You can bring your doctor on the stand and be like, here are the medical records, here's what he told me, sorry.
Yep.
If you kill somebody, tell your attorney, don't tell your doctor. Like, I'm just saying, like, people think that they can go and talk to a psychiatrist about, you know, if they murder somebody.
That's something they have to tell people.
It's not...
There are certain things that a doctor and a, like, psychiatrist, whatever, have to report.
Right.
Yeah.
Attorneys don't.
Nope.
They don't. And their job, especially when you hire them, when you put them on retainer, now they have to defend, like, well, they have to be on your side. Like, they're your advocate. That's what attorneys are for.
Yeah, I should be a lawyer. I'm so good at keeping secrets.
Yeah. We could open a cool practice.
We could. Just the whole reading thing. It's like
I have the zero reading comprehension. Can I just get the degree?
Yeah.
Just let me go talk to a judge.
But then you got to read, like, prior cases and stuff. And
that's the one part of Ben Shue's arguments where I'm like, whoa, you big dick, huh?
Yeah.
When he goes, see this at this, at this, at this. And I'm like, you had 24 hours. How do you pull this shit out of your ass?
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be able to do that.
It's crazy.
I'd be like, well, if I can remember correctly, which I might not be, if we go into this book and we check out this, no, it wasn't that case. Hold on, Your Honor. No, it was this case. You're right. I wouldn't be good at it.
It's insane. It's insane. Or when, like, Elaine objects or whatever, and then Camille will be like, Your Honor, can we approach? And then she turns around to her, and she's like, can I have the book?
Yeah.
And the lady walks up with all the stuff, and they're, like, flipping through this binder of shit, and you're like, oh,
it's all prior cases and shit. Yeah.
God. It's the law.
Yeah, it sucks.
And they just know right where it is. Page 4,583, paragraph 2, subsection 8, line 1925.
I can't do that. I don't have the bandwidth.
Wherewithal. Yeah, it's a lot.
Bandwidth to do stuff like that.
It's a lot of stuff. Elaine had it, though, which makes me think I have it, too. It's somewhere.
It's got to be.
If Elaine could do it. And
that's going to be my new motto.
One? So Rottenborn is like the main guy.
Yep.
Elaine, Crazy Cat Lady, is the main chick. And then there's this other knockoff Rottenborn dude.
Yeah.
Who's like, are you drunk half the time?
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know.
He sounds very unconfident when he's up there talking.
Yes.
And he asks, like, you don't know if it was my cat searching on Twitter, typing these, and like he just asks the most random ass fucking questions.
Yeah. And I think he's trying to prove a point by being like
he's trying to be a tough guy.
Right, and like having all these smart ass quips, but it's just those are about delivery. You know, and if I'm on stage trying to tell a joke and I'm stumbling over my words and well,
yeah,
it's not going to go over well.
Okay, prime example. You know how, like, if you, let's say you play a sport, right? You know how, like, in high school specifically,
I'm an athlete, peak physical.
I know.
Condition.
This is why I brought this up this way. So, you know how, like, in high school though, there are like people who, once you hit puberty and stuff, they're just naturally 9 feet tall, and they can just.
I call those people assholes.
Whatever. But I'm saying, like, they're just. It's like, oh, you play basketball. Like, why would I ask you that? Because you just do.
Yeah.
And it's just like there are other people who could try their entire life, and they're either not coordinated or they're just not gonna. But like, I knew short people too who could like jump.
Yeah. I know a couple of people who are about my height,
like
who can fucking ball out. Yeah.
Right. But I'm just saying, when you see that tall kid and he goes, I mean, I play basketball, and you're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, obviously.
I know. Yeah, I know. But like, then you have the people that don't have those skills, that get kind of jealous or whatever it is, and so they try and overcompensate in one way or another to act like the 9'5" guy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lane. That's the guy who is a douchebag. It's like, just because the other lawyers are really good, it doesn't mean you're not going to look like a better lawyer by being an asshole.
Right. And like,
they're smart. Be smart.
If I'm in my pajamas in
Right.
front of my computer at home and I'm noticing that you're just being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole.
Oh, I hope to God the jury's
the
watching this.
jury has to.
Yeah. They're right there. I mean, they're in person.
And all it takes is one of them
Yeah.
to be like, well, this isn't right. And then they bring it up to all of them. Now it's a seed that's planted in their heads. And
Okay, so here's my last
then everybody
thing
hates them.
in summation, since we're getting closer and closer and closer to the trial coming to an end. And this is completely speculative, obviously. What's your over-under on whether or not the jury has looked at any social media, TikTok, any coverage of the case since they've been going home?
there's no way they didn't. There's no way they didn't.
Right, now-
it's everywhere.
Now, are they supposed to? Of course not. Right?
Yeah, but-
like, they're not supposed to.
But
But did they just go
it
without
doesn't. The
internet?
judge doesn't say like no when they leave. No looking at social media.
Yes, they do.
At-
Every day.
Does she?
Every day.
Okay.
Don't talk about the case. She said, and here's the actual instruction: you can't even talk to your family or friends about the case.
And she tells them don't go on social media.
Yet, no,
Okay.
you can't. Not don't go on social media, but like you can't post about what you heard in the case. You
Right.
can't read anything about the case. You can't hear any news about the case.
Right. But that's my thing. It's everywhere.
It's literally everywhere.
They could go to TGI Fridays, and
And the next booth over is
the
saying
next
something.
booth over, someone's talking about it, or it's the highlights from the case are on the
Right,
TV. Like,
right.
or, scrolling through fucking Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. It's everywhere.
I know. And that also makes me kind of annoyed because it's really not as fair for someone like Amber. You know what I mean? But I heard recently from one of those lawyers that I watch off of that guy Nick Recatta's streams, that like 100 years ago, 200 years ago, whatever, right? 100 years ago, the jury used to like boo and hiss and call out and like they
We
they
need to bring
weren't.
that back.
I totally
need
agree.
we need some heckling jurors.
Like, are you kidding me? Like now, because of like this, you just have to have this transparent kind of like air about you.
I hate. Well, I guess it makes sense. I just hate the fact that there's like you go through the motions.
Yeah.
When everybody knows that one side is bullshitting everybody.
Yeah,
Like what's the point of continuing to go through the even if you don't want to, if you don't think it was defamation that Amber Heard did, because that's what the case is basically. It's defamation, and I think that kind of gets lost in the sauce sometimes. But like even if the jurors are like, yeah, neither of you guys defamed either one, no one gets any money.
yeah.
Like it's the court of public opinion is now like.
Do you think? Okay, so then that was my next question. So, what do you think is the outcome of the case? And in the end, what do you think the jury comes back and says?
I think it's going to be tough to prove defamation on either side. Obviously tougher for Amber because she's been caught up in a lot of lies.
Yes, if they believe anybody over the other person, they believe Johnny.
Of course. As far as, what happened in their personal life and the abuse and stuff like that.
Sure.
I think it's pretty obvious that it was Amber who was abusing Johnny. But as far as defamation goes, I don't know if there's enough to say yes, like the reason why he lost all these jobs is because of that specific thing that you put out.
Yeah.
I mean, do I hope he wins it? I really hope he does. But I think honestly that him winning in the court of public opinion means more to him than that.
Yeah,
Than the
not to
money.
mention the fact that with Infinitive Nile, his production company, like they're just going to start pumping films out left and right.
Yeah.
No one's going to not distribute his films. That was the thing, by the way.
And
They
no-
couldn't find distribution.
Well, no one's gonna not cast him anymore either.
But he hasn't been cast though. In a while, he's done like a couple indie
But
things.
since this court case has been televised, I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
After this is done.
Did you see that one attorney who's the deal maker guy who did the he was on today
The Jack
as a rebuttal
Nicholson guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you see his original testimony?
No,
'Cause
I
today
missed that.
Dude, he did the he goes, I made a deal, one of my first deals. I was second chair for this at Fox, not for Fox. They were the other people, the opposing party or whatever, that he was making a deal with. For the manufacturing or the novelty rights, the toy rights for a little company called Lucasfilm for a production called Star Wars. The guy's done
never heard of it.
everything. The guy's done everything.
Yeah.
He testified nobody wants to hire Johnny because of the shit that Amber said.
All right. I missed that part.
And again, right, like you haven't been sitting in the courtroom for 6
Yep.
weeks listening to all the shit, right? Nobody really has.
Yeah.
But still, though, like, if anything, I think okay. So that's your final. That's it. Nobody wins.
I think it's a nobody wins.
Defamation's hard, huh?
Yeah, it's very hard to prove.
Okay, I think he wins, but he doesn't win 50. I think because they can decide what they think the other
Right.
person. So I think he gets the $7 million back.
That would be fair.
Especially, did you hear that it came out that like they finalized a divorce. He pays the $7 million, right? She has it for 14 months, and then he starts suing her. In that 14-month period,
Yep.
she didn't pay a dime to anybody else.
Nope.
She pledged it.
Yeah.
We know she pledged
Yeah,
it.
it's the same thing.
It's
Come
synonymous.
on, it's the same.
Could you, real quick before you leave though, could you pledge me like, I don't know, 1.5?
I'll pledge you whatever you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I'd love to be a millionaire. And if you pledge it to me,
just
they're
keep
synonymous.
writing checks. I got. Sure, these checks keep bouncing. Oh no! Don't worry about
it's
it.
okay.
No,
I pledged it.
my buddy pledged me $1.5 million.
I pledged
So,
it. So I
don't
mean, it's
worry about
pledged technically.
Don't worry about it.
I use the
I'm sure
terms-
those two charities have been just delighted with the money they've received.
Synonymously. Idiot. Who would believe that? Like, who do you think you're fucking kidding?
I don't understand like how they don't think this shit's gonna come up.
Who, her lawyers?
No, just like I guess her and her lawyers. Like, how do
Yeah.
you not think that you not actually donating isn't gonna come up?
Yeah, like what? Like what?
Fuck.
You beat the shit out of your husband for 13 months, got $7 million for beating the shit out of a guy, and then got an Aquaman?
Yeah,
Like, I want to beat somebody up and get an Aquaman.
I know. Who the
What?
fuck? Come here, Johnny.
Yeah. Johnny, come here. I'll give you a smack.
I'll be Mira. Fuck it.
I'd be Mira. I'd be a big Mira. Mirror, mirror on the wall. But yeah, that would be
And her co-star, Mr. Momoa,
oh
has
my god.
has
He
come
has
out.
been not very happy with Miss Heard.
Yeah, he's come out and supported Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Yeah. Lack of chemistry.
Yeah.
Lack of everything. I don't even know who this lady was. There was a lady on the stand yesterday who was trying to justify that like Amber Heard's countersuit for $100 million was based on the projected 5-year increase, and that
She was like
she said that she was the same.
her manager, or is like
Okay.
someone who helps her close deals.
So they were
yes.
like, "How did you come up with the figure based on whatever?" She goes, "Well, I looked at comparable actors."
"Oh my god,
Like
Jason
Jason
Momoa, Gal Gadot. Who's the other one? Zendaya.
Had you ever heard of Amber Heard before this trial?
No, well, yes, but by accident. There was a lesbian I used to work with who loved her,
Okay,
but
fair enough.
that's the only. I've never heard of her as far as like acting goes.
Yeah.
I know she was in Pineapple Express.
I see. I didn't, and I've seen Pineapple Express. I didn't know which one she was.
Very forgettable.
And you're going to compare yourself to Jason Momoa, Gal Gadot,
Even
Zendaya?
not even like your skills, which
There
not
are
even
none.
not even close.
There are none.
But just look at the fucking IMDb page. That's all you got to like. That's all you have to see.
That guy that we can't remember his name, and it's pissing me off. The tall guy. He was cross-examining her, and he goes, "So when you were talking about comparable actors, one of them was Zendaya, right?" And the lady goes, "Yeah." He goes, "So famous, she only has one name."
That was my favorite part.
It was so good, John. It was so good.
Zendaya. She's only got one name.
She's so big. She's got one name. It was so
like
good.
Sting.
Yeah, Cher. Like
Yeah.
that way, it was so on point. And it like you could like there's a weird pause there after he said it because everybody's going like, right.
That's why I'm glad they brought the Jack Nicholson guy back.
Yes,
Because
yes,
they was
dude.
like, yeah, and this woman said that Amber is going to make this much money if this never came out because, projection career. She's like, do you agree with that? He just goes, nope.
yeah, no,
He leans into the mic and goes, nope.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Listen, I understand, like, there's a gray area with the projection. You have to, like, lost wages, whatever it is. And, like, you can't go, like, 50 years, because what if you get hit by a bus? But, like, 5 years seems like an okay amount of time. But to compare it to Jason Momoa, Zendaya, and all these people who, okay. I'll use me as an example. I have no following. I'm not famous. Nobody knows who I am except you.
I know.
And, like, 3 other people.
That's all that matters.
Right, and I'm very happy that you know. But, like, nobody knows me. That's why I talk a bunch of shit, because nobody watches the show. So I can say whatever I want.
That's
Hopefully.
the spirit.
Right. But, like, with that being said, if someone was beating the crap out of me, I'm not going to sue and be like, well, I lost wages. So now it's like $100 million because other people who do podcasts.
Yeah.
If you look at other studio production executives, such as myself, but if you look at other studio production executives like Warner Brothers, Universal,
Comparable.
I just think that I should be getting their salary for the next 5 years.
Makes sense to me.
We're comparable.
Makes
They
sense
have
to me.
60 million Twitter followers. I have 2.
That's like if I was to buy, or if I was in the market to buy a trailer
Okay.
for a home,
Okay, like yeah,
and
okay.
I have a realtor.
Like
who's-
like one at like Trailer Palace.
yeah,
You're like no Seabrook, New Hampshire.
sure. Yeah, it would be more like Salem, New Hampshire trailer park.
Sure.
And my realtor is looking for them, and she comes across a place that is selling for $1.5 million, a trailer. So she's asking this other realtor, like, how the fuck did you get those numbers? Well, if you look at the comparable houses in the area, and she's pulling up fucking mansion, house on a lake, mansion. That's not comparable.
It's not. It's not. Comparable.
Jason Momoa is the mansion. Gal Gadot is the mansion. Sorry, Amber, but you're the trailer.
Yeah,
You
she
know?
is the trailer. Doesn't it sound horrible to say though? But then you like on the outside, you talk about anybody like that, and you go, Jesus, wow, that's really not nice to say. Then you realize who you're talking about, and you go, yeah, she's the fucking trailer, bro.
Yeah, she's
She's the trailer.
as bad as it gets, I think.
She's really not that great.
I'm just talking about the whole package. I'm not even talking about acting or anything like that. I'm just talking about the whole package that's as bad as it gets for me.
I just don't get I just don't get it. I just don't understand how you can I thought it would have been really cool, and this would only be like in a movie, right? This would never happen in real life, especially with an actor as shitty as her. If she was a good actor, she would have done this, but just for the drama aspect of it. But how cool would it have been if, like, on her cross-examination, you went, you know what? Fuck this shit. I lied. I made it up. I beat the shit out of the guy. How cool would that have been? Would that have been hilarious or what?
Wild.
How funny would it have been
Wild.
if she was like, you know what? You're right.
Because
I beat the shit out of that fucking guy.
That is like the movie. She just said they keep drilling her, and all of a sudden she just breaks, and then she's like, you know what? I did beat him, and I did it this way,
It would have been great.
and I'll fucking do it again.
Right. And your little dog, too.
Yeah. Who's the actress that they keep bringing up as another comparison? She was one of the Bond girls, and she's absolutely gorgeous. She was also in Knives Out.
I took a screenshot earlier.
Is it
Hold on.
Anna something? You know what I'm talking about, right?
On a banana? I'm just
Nope.
kidding. Hold on a second.
No, but that could be what she's called by her
Ana
close
de Armas.
friends. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolute dime. I think she's a great actress.
She is
as
also,
well.
since before all of this stuff, she was comparable, because in the beginning she was a nobody, and she has since just completely eviscerated.
Which is
The
fair.
scene.
Which is fair
Yeah.
because she's gorgeous, and I think she's a incredible actress.
Yeah.
She should play Camille.
Ooh, do you think?
Oh yeah.
How old is she? Ana de Armas. See, this is the thing, is like you got to think like it's got to be between 3 to 5 years from now that this is going to come out. Like,
yeah.
it's not going to come out
She's
in a
gotta
couple
be
months.
like early 30s, right?
Are you talking about Camille or Ana de Armas?
Anna.
I don't know.
They can
Yeah,
make it work.
yeah, maybe. That could be cool.
I just think that'd be kind
That
of
could be really cool.
poetic justice as well.
What a great, oh man, what a great, yeah, it's going to be so, I'm going to watch every second of it. And the funny thing is, because I watched the whole trial, I'm going to be like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
That's not true.
He didn't lick his mouth that way.
No, he licked
was
it
more
from
like,
left to right, not right to left.
Right.
I think Christopher Lloyd 20 years ago would have been a great whoever that guy is.
Dude, or like a Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And he was mentioned in the trial.
He
so
would be a good one.
interesting.
Just whoever was mentioned in the trial, just make like Jason Momoa was playing Johnny Depp.
Ooh, he'd be really bulky, but yeah.
Really bulky, but he's got the hair.
Be interesting.
But like, so my question to you is, where does Amber Heard go from here?
You know, she just had a kid. She's back with some chick that she's married to now or dating or whatever. But
what does she do?
I think, sadly, I think...
Do you think she's going to get work again?
No, she's done. Because people will be afraid, to be honest with you, I think people will be afraid that she'll sue them. That's what the problem is. People will now begin to become afraid that, like, you might have been okay to work with, but now if I don't pay you the right amount, you'll sue me because you wanted to renegotiate your contract or whatever the bullshit argument is.
Yep.
Or you're going to, pull some fake Me Too stuff, which is never good. Or you're just going to be a fucking pain in the ass.
Yep.
It's never fun to be a pain in the ass to work with, you know? Yeah, dude. I raise your kid, retire with your cats, grab tea with Elaine.
But retire with what?
Well, if it goes your way, $7 million.
No, she'll have the $7 million that she pledged.
Right. She did. Granted, she did pledge it.
So
she doesn't really have it.
She can't use that.
Right.
She pledged it.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Unethical. I mean, what do you think happens next for her?
Dude, I don't know.
I think Johnny Depp's career explodes again. I think we see a huge resurgence.
I think we see a huge Johnny. The only problem with that is fucking Disney owns everything. And, like, he's a big character actor.
How about the fucking Alpaca comment? Did you hear
Where did that even come from?
Johnny Depp said to someone in a text message, I wouldn't go back to Disney if they paid me $300 million and gave me 1 million alpacas. And Amber Heard's fucking lawyers took it as a literal comment.
Of course they did.
And it was so funny and so outrageous. A guy who owns like a petting zoo brought a couple alpacas to the courthouse, and Camille was taking pictures with the alpacas out front.
I saw that.
It was fantastic.
I saw that. What a clown show. What a fucking clown show.
I thought it was brilliant that they actually brought alpacas. But hearing hearing Elaine say to the Disney executive, that woman, what, if any, knowledge do you have of Disney offering Mr. Depp $300 million and 1 million alpacas? Like, the Disney lady was like, what are you fucking talking about?
That Disney lady was great
talking about?
Because her big answer was like, that's not my decision, guys.
Right.
I'm down here. You guys are talking about decisions that are way up here. Oh, why am I here right now?
Exactly. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting trial, though.
I think a lot of people that they brought in, like, because they're timed. Each side had like a time.
I know, and then
that they could work within. Like, the people that they brought in was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have people to fill the time, you don't have to fill the time. You don't have to do it just
save
to
it for
do
cross-examination or save it from whatever.
Yeah,
like just because you have 6 weeks doesn't mean you need to waste everybody's 6 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
Like, say your case and move the fuck on.
Jesus Christ. Some of the people they brought in, not relevant and just fucking weirdos. And you could tell they were coached to answer a certain way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which, like, as an expert witness, I don't think you should have to have any coaching. You're just there to say the facts, like, this is what I've seen in my 20-some-odd-year career as this. Mm-hmm. Like, this is how it lines up with what I've seen. This is how it doesn't line up with what I've seen.
Exactly.
That's it. And their expert witnesses, some of them were using the specific case as, like, this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case as like their talking points. You shouldn't fucking be doing that.
I know. I know. It's insane. I know. This is like one of the craziest things. I can't wait for the closing arguments. Okay, real quick. So closing arguments are Friday. I don't know if the jury gets the case immediately.
Or they give them the holiday weekend.
Or if they give them the holiday weekend and then they get the case Tuesday morning. If they get the case Friday,
yep.
How soon do we have a verdict?
Oh, dude, it's got to be like within hours.
You think?
I think
do you think
so.
we have a do you think we have a verdict Friday?
I think it's within hours.
I'm gonna be streaming all night. Oh my god.
It has to be. Because does court end at 5 on Friday? Is that how it is?
Well, they end. Yeah, I mean, I guess if they finish their stuff early, if they finish at 3, then the jury will definitely get the case right away at 3:00. But if not, if they take all day to do their stuff,
I think. Can a judge put a time limit on?
Oh, they do. Yeah,
I would.
Yeah,
holiday.
So you have 2 hours to do your closing argument. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about on the jury's decision. They can't put a time limit on that.
No, that's
Okay.
dude, that's so unconstitutional.
I was gonna say, but it's just like
You pulled these people out because have you ever done jury duty?
no.
You get like $30 a day.
Yeah, it sucks.
They've been out of work for 6 weeks listening to 2 millionaires bitch about money.
Millionaire problems.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, you let them take their sweet fucking time.
That's fair.
You know.
But it's just bad timing going right into a holiday weekend. Like ending on a holiday weekend.
Yeah, not good.
Shit timing.
Not good.
If I was a juror, I'd want to deliberate and get the fuck out of there. And like,
Can you imagine?
make our decision. And
Do you not think that you would already have your decision though?
I have my decision.
After you've listened to a whole trial, do you not already have your decision? What is there to
as
deliberate?
a juror, I wouldn't even sit down in the deliberation room. I'd be like, we're all like,
Take a vote.
come on, guys. Like we know what happened.
Like, can we all go home? Because I
Yeah.
got a barbecue to go to at 6.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm trying to go to the lake this weekend. Like I haven't seen my family in fucking 6 years. Like what? I feel like I'm in fucking World War II.
Right. It's insane. Anyway, let me know your comments in the comment section.
That's usually where it happens.
Where the comments can go.
Yeah.
What do you think happens? How soon do we get a verdict? Tune in Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. John, thank you so much for being
Thanks
here.
for having me, man. It's a blast.
Appreciate it. Yeah, subscribe, like the video, whatever you do, or don't. You can fuck off. Don't watch it. I really don't care. And I'll see you in a couple days. Peace out.
Settle down. That's what it is. Settle down. Let's go. Come on.